And the last award that I have to, anyway, is for Climate Hero. I think we can all agree that climate change is real, and it's probably the biggest risk that our planet and our economy is facing. So this award is going to an organization that advocates to bring climate change as a central part of our conversation, or takes action to fight climate change. And the Climate Hero Award goes to Green City Clean Waters.
So, wow, those past few speakers were pretty inspiring, and now I feel bad having jokes in my canned piece here, so it's a little bit weird, but we'll plug through it anyway. Yeah, just thank you, Christine. Thank you, SustainPHL. This is really, really nice. We're very flattered. This is very inspiring, I have to say. We were here a couple months ago for the GSI Awards held by the Sustainable Business Network, and that was wonderful as well. So this room is very, very powerful. What happens in this room, the people in this room are very inspiring. This is wonderful. So I'm very happy to receive this award on behalf of Philly Water. There's a ton of people involved in Green City Clean Waters. I am just the face here right now. We have over 2,000 employees that are here saying thank you as well. When I heard we were nominated for this Climate Hero category, the child in me started thinking about kind of climate supervillains that are lurking out there. And I immediately started thinking about Greenhouse Gas Man and Extreme Heat Boy, and I think it was Flood Woman. And then my favorite was Sea Level Rise Girl. She was the one I was really scared of. But seriously though, talking about climate change like that really doesn't convey the seriousness of what's ahead of us. And it doesn't really convey how serious Philly Water is at trying to address it. We know we're going to have a warmer, wetter, more erratic climatic pattern ahead of us, and we need to deal with it. It's time to start dealing with it. As a utility that provides water, wastewater, and stormwater services to over 2 million people in this region, we have the obligation and the requirement to start preparing for it. It's our job. About a year ago, we developed a climate change adaptation program, compiling a very highly technically talented staff. That's what these folks behind me here are for. And really what we tried to do is start to identify the vulnerabilities and basically started developing adaptation strategies for a variety of climate impact scenarios that are predicted in front of us. We have an energy program that's focused on cutting greenhouse gas emissions using renewables, looking at recovering resources. Since the 1990s, Philly Water has cut their greenhouse gas emissions by 35%, which is pretty big for a water utility for sure. As a department, we're clearly serious about reducing our risk and preparing for resiliency, no doubt. However, we're here to kind of talk about Green City Clean Waters. For those that know it, it's north of a $2 billion investment in green stormwater infrastructure. It's a 25-year action plan that's looking at saturating the city with distributed, decentralized, at the source, sustainable stormwater infrastructure. Really, the program's focused on reducing stormwater runoff, and who's the gentleman who mentioned the combined sewers? It's very rare you have people who know combined sewers. Very exciting. So thanks for knowing what a combined sewer is. But really what we're trying to do is reduce the amount of stormwater runoff in our city from entering our combined sewers. What this does is it improves the health of our rivers and streams. And this green infrastructure, though, is also a phenomenal tool for helping us build resiliency to climate change. Our green infrastructure systems throughout Philadelphia help reduce localized flooding. They naturally clean and filter runoff, infiltrating into our soil, recharging our groundwater table. The plants and trees in these systems reduce the heat island effect and assist with carbon sequestration as well. Green infrastructure is easily adaptable, it's modular, and it's built incrementally, which is pretty important, pretty crucial qualities in helping us deal with a future where problematic storm events become the new norm. Changing the urban form requires a change in the way we think, and that's what's really inspiring about this room. We need to think differently, we need to plan differently, we need to coordinate differently, we need to design and construct differently. It's time to do things differently in our cities. It takes a new mindset, it takes a new approach by planners, designers, contractors, vendors, maintenance workers, regulatory agencies, the media, NGOs, philanthropics, you name it, I could go on and on. But the point of this is that it takes a city. Greening a city takes the efforts of every single person in that city and outside that city as well. So I just want to say this is as much of your award as it is ours, and Climate Heroes Unite. So.